question. Wait, can you hear me? Wait, try now, yeah, I think try now. 24, can you hear me?
Wait, can you hear me? Wait, try now, yeah.
Alright, cool. So, wait, can you hear you? Can you hear you on the stream? Alright, cool. So, we're in Miami. My bad, I missed the start bit. Who is furthest down track? Alright. What's up? Yeah? Just shush your phone then, innit? Okay, so put your... Just mute me then. Mute me on... Oh no, no, don't mute me. Just turn your volume... Oh, you got a point. Now you got a point. I think you just have to hear me twice. No, you can't hear me twice. Let me think. Okay, is there any way to turn your YouTube volume down? Yeah, there has to be, right? Anyways, got a burger on his lap. Or burglar. I'm calling burglar. It's pretty mid first corner. Ooh, bit of a snap out of turn 2. Little bit of an adjustment there. Here we are. Oh, you can tell he's really taking it lightly here. I think all the drivers are going to have this bit of uncertainty in these first few laps. Trying to get used to these wet conditions. Where are my drivers at? Mini just coming out. It's a proper American move. And Fred on the outlap too. Fred Parsons outlap. Who else is... Oh my god, how does Fred do this? What? Okay, so we got Divine on a lap here. Coming into the final corner now. See what he can do. Takes the last corner pretty nicely. Just about misses that wall on the exit. And he comes to the line. Let's see what lap it's going to be. It's going to be a 1:39.2. And then you got the other AlphaTauri coming in. And he's going to set a 1... Nah, he's on an outlap. My bad, lads. Yeah, my bad. Fred Parsons also on his lap. And you got Lion Beast. Oh my god, how does Fred do this? It's so hard. I don't know who's on a lap and who's not. Okay, well, we'll go with Fred on his lap. So here we are. Nice, maybe a little bit too much curve, but he's just trying to find the layout of the track in the rain. I also messed that up yesterday, to be honest. Oh, cheers, Lion, appreciate that. Going through the S's now. N. Bosch goes with a 1:37.8. Clears second place by, my maths, 7/10. So clears Jamaro by 7/10 in the Alpine. The Alpine seems to be quite strong here in the wet. We saw Lion Cookie with some very good times in the wet yesterday. So maybe there's something about that Alpine in the wet. But down the straight Fred goes. That Red Bull at 203 miles an hour in the rain. Here he comes through the little twisty section, not sure what it's called. See how he can take it. Nice. Oh, so he avoids that second curb there. Now onto the long straight he goes. His second sector time is at 1:10.3. And we've got some more laps coming through. You've got Faded in P2. Jackaroo in P3. Jamiro. Then you got the Aston in P5 ahead of the AlphaTauri, Haas, and McLaren of Mama. Then you got the Williams at the back. Fred Parsons goes P2. And then if we get back to Fred in time, out of the final corner he goes, coming up to the line. Looks like it's going to be a 1:37. And he goes fastest with a 1:37.3. Clears N. Bosch by almost half a second. There's a lot of pace there. And I think Mini should be on his lap, the American, at his home race. You can see he's got the new helmet on. Didn't mean to do that, but we work with it. Got the pink helmet. It's not looking too nice in the rain, but hopefully it'll clear up and we can see it well for the actual race. Let's see the gap to the leader here. And Mini coming down the straight. A little bit of traffic in the last corner. We'll hope that doesn't hold him up too much. Let's see where he can go. Hits the braking zone nicely. Round the final corner he goes. Now it's flat out to the line. See what he can do. Can he beat his teammate? Comes to the line. It is just about quicker by 2.5 tenths. Good lap from both Red Bulls. A 1:37 flat. Who else? We got Hugo in the pits. You got the AlphaTauri of that Tokai in the AlphaTauri. He's invalidated his lap, and I think everyone else is just on their in laps now. Oh no, we got Lou plays on a lap here. He's in 15th on the edge of the elimination zone. Hoping he can move up the order here on this lap. See what he can do. Yeah. Oh, me? Really? Oh, my bad. And Fred goes again. He goes 2 tenths quicker than his teammate Mini. And actually, that was an in lap, so my bad, lads. But Fred goes 2 tenths quicker than almost 3 tenths quicker than Mini. So is the track improving? I think it is. Saeed, what's up, man? So that's a good lap from Fred. I actually hate commentating. Why am I doing this? It's so hard commentating Q3 and Q1 as well. What's up, Alfie? Louis plays, I think, is just coming to the pits on the edge of the elimination zone. I think he'll be alright though. Got Enbosch, and I didn't even notice he went quicker than Fred. 1.5 tenths quicker. Hugo said, invite me, please. What's your thing? I don't think I have you added. Yeah, I don't have you added. Add me though. KP, what's mine? KP underscore 1144 capital K. Hugo. Let me know when you've done that, and then I'll add you back and set you an invite. Yeah, but yeah, the EA person definitely didn't know my PS name. I'll tell you that. So I think Mini's going for another lap. Lion, can you type my tag in the YouTube comments, please? Hugo, one sec. Oh my god, I've just exposed Mini. Is he on full traction? No, he's not. He's alright. Yeah, I'll 10 watching, come on. Why doesn't my streams get these kind of views when I'm racing? For real. I'll send it in chat now. Wait, what was it? KP underscore 1144, right? Alright, cool, I'll send it. Yeah, Hugo, just add that. Got 11 people, we've got about 2 people typing in chat. I'm not sure, I think he's medium. I think he's going medium, yeah. Looks I'm not sure actually. Alright, cool. He's a I think we might have exposed him, you know. There you go. And then how do I invite you? Let me try and invite you. Okay, well I'm not too sure how to invite you, I'll be real. Oh no, I think I'm alright here. Yeah, it's all good. There you go. Game invite sent to Hugo. And Mini comes to the line here. It's gonna be second fastest, under a tenth to Enbosch. Fred's in the pits. I think he knows he's safe. Who else is on the lap? We got the Alfa Romeo of T. Crombie, the Haas merchant, starting his lap. We'll ride on board with him. And we'll also see where the AlphaTauri of Divine comes through. Comes around the last corner, what are we saying? I reckon a top 9 maybe? Top 9 finish here. Crosses the line and he's 4 something slower. 4 seconds slower. What's up, Coral? Where's Ted at? Alright, here we go, Ted. We'll ride on board with him here, see how he's taking it. So I'm not sure what the weather is, so if someone can let me know what the weather's like in the comments for the race as well. Because I have no clue what to expect here. Fred, still in the pits. We also got a Red Bull out, I think that's Mini. He's slowed down. Did he get damaged maybe? I'm not sure. Here we go. Ted through the slowest section on the track. Then we've got that nice long straight up ahead. Mate, I'm the quickest, so yeah. I think I qualified P4 yesterday. Line, I don't care. Okay, so last corner with Ted, here we go. Misses the apex slightly, but uses the exit very well. Really trying to cut all the track he can here. Comes to the line, and it's P4 for T Crumby. Ted with a beautiful lap, 7/10 off of a Ferrari in the Alfa Romeo. It's a great lap from Ted. And we also have Mini out on track. I think he'll probably be, yeah, he's invalidated. I think he'll be in his in lap. But he wants to make sure not to block the Alpha Tauri on a lap. Comes around the final corner. Up to the line he comes. Let's see what lap he's gonna put in. He puts in a 1:38.2, and it looks like he's 1.5 seconds off the pole. However, he puts himself up into P8, so should be safe into Q3. And I think that's all to commentate, unless Fred Parsons is on a lap. Not sure, I think he might be. Comes to the line here, and as he crosses the line, I think he's on his lap now, so we'll ride on board with him. Doesn't use all the entry that you can, but it's a nice turn one, still pretty smooth. Next couple corners go well. Is he a full track control margin as well? Okay, I need to send another invite to Hugo. Well, that's what I'm saying. There are so many people in this league that use full traction control. It's just because I'm good at it that everyone hates me for it. I figured out the other day I'm actually the best in the world with what's it called? I'm actually the fastest full traction control player in the world. No, you can, because Jeddah I'm top 200 in the world. So I looked at the top 200, and they were all off TC. But anyways, on board with Fred Parson here. Trying to open this flipping Lucas edge. That's gold. Through the slow section he goes. Completely misses, either misses or avoids that first apex, but really uses that second one. Onto the straight he goes. I think he is a full traction control merchant. Purple sector 2, and Mini, for some reason, the American still wants to set a lap, prove a point, and he goes 9/10 quicker than Embosch. Very good from Mini. But does this either show that Mini is God, or does it show that the track is getting a lot quicker as we progress into this qualify session? I call Lucas a bangs, I can't lie. Fred Parson in second, 7/10 behind Mini, so I think this is showing that the track is drying up. Is this similar to the conditions that we had in the qualifying yesterday? I think so. We have Lion Beast out on a lap now. We'll ride on board with him. Takes a lot of curb into turn one. The Aston waits for him. Oh my god, that's so deep. Oh my god, that's so deep. So the Aston was... Oh, that's long. Do you see that? Oh, I feel bad. I mean, he was P20 anyway. He wasn't going. Yeah, Mini's cooking for real. But I think the track is getting quicker. Yeah, he was trying to be nice and then it backfired. But anyways, Lion Beast back on his lap. Again, he's not using too much of the track here. On the exit, you can use a lot more to try and maximize the exit, because this is a long straight. This exit matters a lot. Lion Beast now about to enter the slowest section on the track. Behind him is, I believe, the McLaren of Mama Mama. Takes a lot of the curb. Onto the long straight he goes. Doesn't get a snap out of the last corner, so hopefully that should be good for him. And now it seems like we've got everyone back out apart from the Red Bulls and the Ferrari of Bosch. Commentating is long, bro. Anyways, Lion Beast up to the line. Let's see where he can put it. Currently in P13, looking to improve. Crosses the line, and he moves up to P7, 2.4 seconds off of P1. So it looks like the track is definitely getting quicker. Mama Mama just starting his lap. And behind him, is the Ferrari of N Bosch. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. I'm not just talking to myself, I'm talking to Lion, but I think it's like mic's off the streams. So my mama is on his lap, but there's a Red Bull ahead of him. Does he know he's on a lap? I think he does. Yeah, he's not got in the way there, so he should be alright. So Fred is on his out lap here. And you can see there's a big queue of drivers. You can see there's a massive queue of drivers here. There's a big train of drivers waiting to start their lap. Chronic's on his out lap. Fred is really pushing here. And CT Crombie on his out lap as well. There's a bunch of people on the laps. We'll ride a ball with Mama again. Fred gets out of the way for him. And again, into the difficult section we go here. Takes a lot of the first curb. See, that's how I thought people would take it. He's taking it very well there. Curb hasn't chucked his car up in the air like it does usually. Sets a purple second sector. And you can see behind him, Fred is eager to start his lap. Yeah, he avoided the blinkers airlines there. Into the last corner he goes. Looking like a good lap. Looking good third sector here. See what he can do, puts it up to the line. We know the McLaren isn't too strong here on the straights. But he goes P2, less than half a second off of Mini's time. And you start to wonder if Mini is safe. Ted is P6, he should be okay. Who's the next across the line? Got the Ferrari of M. Bosch going a lot quicker, 134.9. It's a great lap from him in the drying conditions. Faded optic in the Williams. He was in the Alpha Tower yesterday, now in the Williams. Comes to the line P3. So you're just starting to wonder if we'll get a dry quali towards the end like it was yesterday. Got Fred on his lap here. We'll come back to him. We got James coming out of the final corner. He's only 1/10 up here. But will that 10th be enough to put him into Q2 as he crosses the line? We'll see. Crosses the line and he goes P11. So finishes at P11. Let's see how far he drops. If he drops. Lou plays, goes P7. Bro, this is hard. Where is everyone? Oh, I'm just going to Fred, I don't care, sorry was, but it's the only driver I can find. Fred out of the final corner, he's 1.4 seconds quicker than his last Delta. So it's looking like a good lap from him. He sets the fastest purple sector 2, as the game tells us. The fastest purple sector 2. It's a great lap. Anyways, into the final corner he goes. Nice on the exit, little bit of a snap, but that should be enough to send him through to Q2 comfortably, alongside with his teammate and his rival Mini. Goes fastest with a 134.9, half a tenth above N Bosch, and it looks like he will get the fastest lap of the session. Who's still yet to set a lap? Mama, I think, is on his in lap, and Lion Beast is also on his in lap. So there you go. That's your qualifying order. Knocked out, you got Gian Hockey Don, Alfie Road Knight, who retired right at the start. I'm not sure what happened there. Hugo, who I don't know if he joined the session in the end. I think he did, but he's just in the pits. Then you got is that an Alpine or a Williams? I don't know, one of the two of Corda Vist. And then you got Jamiro in the Alpine, James in the Aston Martin, who just about makes Q3. His lap put him in P11 and he just dropped down. And then you got these three knocked out, the Ferrari, the Williams and the Alpine. Yeah, but the other two didn't set a lap. Jamiro said he spun, but luckily it's a long race, so here we go. Fred with the fastest lap in the first quali session. It's a good start. Yeah. I don't enjoy commentating, but I have to be a good admin. And also, I like in D1 when I need to go through the order. So we have Fred in the Red Bull in P1. Then we got the Ferrari of N Bosch in P2. Then we got Berger, man like Berger in P3 in the Alpine. Only half a second off. And you have Mini, who did not set a final run there. So that's why he's 8 tenths off. You got Jackaroo, Faded Optic, Mama Mama, Fred Parsons, Luplay, Fopper, Tokai, Divine, Ted, and Lion Beast, and James to round off the Q2. Oh, I'm a good commentator. You're love. I'm from London. No, I'm a goated commentator. What do you mean? No, I'm pretty dry. I think the last time I commentated was what? Not Q, season 1 of D2. I think I commentated that first race with you, remember? In Bahrain. I think you were. It was either that or me and Pampoli. That have been pretty funny. So someone said, "Come on, Lou." If that's the TP, that's poor because I haven't seen a "Come on, Mama Mama" in ages. But yeah, Lou play was I don't really remember where he finished actually, to be honest. But he's in Q2. Both McLaren drivers are, and it was a good performance as well from the Aston of James to get the Aston up into Q2. And I think this will be one of those sessions where I'm not sure, but it might switch onto the soft compounds. The first driver out is a Swedish driver, I think. I think I can see the flag. Who's that? Lion will be very happy to see another Swedish driver. Mama Mama. Oh, he's Norwegian. Oh, my bad. I saw blue and yellow, so I was like, maybe Swedish. So he goes on the soft, and if we ride on board with him, yes, it is soft conditions. So it's pretty similar to yesterday. Yeah, it's similar to yesterday's conditions. Yeah, I mean the track still looks a little bit wet, so the softs definitely won't be on their optimum performance. So the track will still definitely be at its quickest at the end. Got Jackaroo, following him you got Fopper, and there is an AlphaTauri out. The AlphaTauri of Tokai. Man, that Tokai 99. Where's my boy Burger at? Oh, he's still chilling in the pits. He's Burger, bro. No, you should not call me full trash and Joel Merchant. Lion will join Fred and Minnie's party before the race. Yeah, whenever I go quiet, it means I'm on my phone texting. Mate, I'm not stupid. I'm very smart. Yeah, mate, I'm proper smart. You see that strategy yesterday? That was a smart strategy. See, I'm not. I think the Red Bulls have got it right here. They haven't gone out because they know that the conditions will be at its fastest at the end, and the track isn't fully dry yet. No, I forgot to text him, to be honest. I can't really text and commentate, but I prioritize commentating over my drivers because I mean they know what they're doing. They're pretty smart. Apart from Minnie, he's American. But anyways, we got Luplay on his outlap, and in front of him we got James on his outlap. I think. Oh shoot, people are on their laps. My bad. So you got Jackaroo on his lap here. You can still see there's a little bit of a wet track. I'm trying to see on the halo if there's raindrops. No, there isn't. And as he comes to the end of the second straight, misses the apex a little bit. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. And to be honest, you want to be getting close to that wall there and there. Takes that section relatively nicely. Maybe a little bit more curve on the second bit. Onto the straight he goes, flat out now, all the way down. We'll come back to him for the end of his lap. Is Lupe on a lap? I'm not sure. Mama, is he on a lap? Where'd my thing go? So Mama is on a lap, and the first lap is a 129.1 from Mama. And then you got the Alfa Romeo of Jackaroo coming in. And it looks like it's going to be a 130. What do you mean Saeed should be comms? Do you say my comms are bad? That's poor, Dave. That's poor. Lion Shush. That's poor, Dave. Anyways, Fopper has invalidated, and there's an AlphaTauri to cross the line next. If the game wants to let me find him. Tokai comes to the line, 104 in Sector 2, and he's sent to 130.4. So Mama looks very good here at the start of Q2. And Fred Parsons now 103.3 in Sector 2. Ahead of him there is the other McLaren of Lupe and the Aston behind him of James. We'll see how they do. And here we go, up to the line we go. See what he's got. Looks like he's going to be slower than his teammate, 130.3. And the Aston with a 130.2, but he is in a tractor. And Fred Parsons in the Mercedes goes quickest by less than a tenth, a very small amount, very small gap to that McLaren. And this game is so confusing. Where's the little, where I found the gap to the leader? There you go. So here we go, and the Aston spun it. But next up to the line, I believe, is an Alfa Romeo. That will be Jackaroo. He's just boxing. Where is everyone else? No one else doing a lap. I think the Red Bull should come out though. Think about coming out. Fopper has invalidated again. Not sure what's going on there. Lion Beast on his lap though, I think. Or was that? No, he's lifted. I think he's preparing for his lap now. Faded Optic in the Williams, also on his out lap. So we'll see how that goes. So I think everyone's just on their in laps now or their out laps. And I think the only flying lap here is Faded Optic. Here we go, start the lap, see how he does. I feel bad for people who have to drive this Williams like blind. He did well in the Williams, to be fair. Yeah, he did well. Must have been a pain to drive though. It's weird, you suit the Williams more than other cars. Weird. Can I invite you? Yeah, sure. Is there a motorbike at certain house? Fair dues. Whoa, so I think the Williams just got set a purple sector 1, so let's see how he goes into the long twisty straight, really taking advantage of the whole track. Ooh, but he does miss the apex there, goes quite deep, and I want the Red Bulls to come out. We can see both Red Bulls out and Bosch. 16 watching, come on. Everyone sub. Everyone give me a sub. How many subs do I have actually? I'll check that later. Anyways, out into the final straight we go. Purple sector 2 as well. 74 subs, that's decent. And he's really trying to get any time he can here. He grabs a slight slipstream off that Alpine. Comes into the final corner. Let's see how he can do. Right up against that wall. Takes the last corner nicely. Can he keep it together? Yes, he can. Now he'll come up to the line, and according to the game, this should be a good lap as he goes purple in both sectors. And oh my, that Mercedes is washed. No, I'm joking. But what a lap from Faded Optic. Not too sure why he's in D2 then, if he goes fastest in a Williams, but that's something to talk about after the race. You know what, Lion? Shush. Ted on his outlap here, and we also have N Bosch on his outlap, and both Red Bulls behind him. We'll see how they do. What do you mean shush? I'm commentating, I can't shush. Watch Ted put it on pole. Ted probably will if the Mercedes can. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was looking at, what do you call it? I was looking at comments. So Fred on his out lap, and Mini and Fred both on their flying lap. Now Mini spins it. Ooh. Does Mini have enough fuel? Yeah, cheers, Line. Does Mini have enough fuel to go for another lap, or will he box and use another set of softs? He lets Fred pass. Lion's here. He's just not got his like mic on the party on the stream. Ted takes this section very nicely. Maybe a little bit close to the wall, but you know, it's all good. I like the way he took that section, and the curb didn't chuck him off nicely. Ooh, little love tap with the wall. Now onto the long straight he goes. Wait, pop right into what you said, my bad. Onto the long straight he goes. Purple sector 2. Looking good. And behind him you got M Bosch, who has invalidated, and he's gone for mediums. So I'm assuming he'll box now for softs. But anyways, back to the Starboy Ted. Round the final corner he goes, coming up to the line. Let's see how he can do. And it looks like it's going to be slower than Faded Optic, and he's going to go P5 slot into 0.7 tenths off of the Williams. And who's next across the line? I think it will be the owner, Fred, comes into the final corner. Hopefully this is a good lap he can keep together. Not the best final corner, but he manages to get a nice exit. Comes up to the line. Let's see what he can do. It's looking like a very good lap. And he just about goes ahead of the Williams. I'm not sure who this Williams is, but, you know, fair enough. Must have been a great lap. And now we got the Avatar of Divine next to come across the line. 103.9. Up to the second sector he goes. Out of the final corner. See where he is as he crosses the line. He will be P6 and knocks James out of the... Forgot how to speak. Anyways, Bosch is now on his lap. Lion Beast on his out lap, about to set his lap. Mini in the pits, and he cannot mess this last lap up. And Fopper in the pits, yet to set a lap. He's in my chat, I'm not too sure why. You might want to go set a lap, by the way. I think he forgot he was racing. Guy thought he was a TP again. Bosch with the quickest sector 2 with the mediums. And it's looking like a decent time. And Ted, out of nowhere, goes for another lap and goes a 10th clear of Fred. That is a great lap from him. Clearly wasn't happy with that first lap, and he went for it. Lion, you're a Dlrl, mate. Hate to break it to you. Popper said you're a Dlrl. Bosch with the fastest lap. Half a second ahead of Ted. 7 tenths ahead of Fred. And Fred goes fastest, showing that he has a lot more pace in him. 3 tenths ahead of Bosch, setting a very nice lap. And here we go. Let's see who else is coming up. I hate this bit where you're trying to find like a driver who's actually sent a lap. No, he's not. I reckon it will be more funny. Yeah, I want to be a professional commentator when I grow up, personally. Anyways, Lion Beast round the final corner. Goes P11, and I'm not sure how long of the session left it is, but I think that might be his final lap. Yeah, it looks like it will be. So unlucky to Hasty 2 TP, but it looks like both drivers are out. Fopper, I don't think he knows he's driving. Mino knows out lap here. He needs to set a great lap here if he wants to get through to Q3. And Bosch, I'm assuming, on his in lap. So yeah, we'll ride on board with Mini, as this is a big lap for him. Needs to perform well here at his home race. Here he goes then. I prefer on board to see how the lap is, but the TV angles aren't very good, I'll be real. Anyways, into the long little twisty section, you see the car dart past there, and he invalidates. Oh no, he invalidates. So I believe that is the end of the Americans qualifying session. No, it's not. He can still set a lap. We could get a mini masterclass here. We'll come back to him. Fopper remembers that he is a driver, and now is on his out lap. He better not be cutting corners though, or he can be reported for that. Yeah, he still has one shot, Mini. Fred comes into the pits now. Fred Parsons, I think he'll be safe, but he's still going for another lap. I'm not sure if that's wasting another set. Ted on his out lap. Ted, what's going on there, buddy? I'm not sure about decision making, but you know what? You do. So yeah, turns out Mini is gonna have a comfortable amount of time to set another lap. Trying to find someone on their lap. Tokai lifts off. He is not on his lap. He's preparing for his lap. But we have the Aston Martin of Games 3.5 tenths up, and Let's see where he can put it. Currently 3.2 off of pole. Not sure how far he is off the elimination zone. Getting through to Q3. But in that Aston, it'll be very impressive if he can get through to Q3. Coming up to the line, we have an Alpine. Yo, we got a Burger coming up to the line. 103.7 in the second sector. Comes up to the line. He takes a really weird line, and I'm sure that loses him at least a tenth there. But it's a 129.4, P7. We'll see if that's good. I think Mama just crossed the line, if I'm correct. Yep, he goes 3 tenths quicker. And if we come back to Divine on his lap, 103.9 goes very deep into the last corner. But that means he'll get a better exit, but I'm sure overall he'll lose time. There is yellow flags thrown, and there's P8 for Divine. If we go to Fopper, who's currently on his lap, we'll come back to him. We've got Mini on his lap as well. 30.6 in Sector 1, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's Sector 1 time. A little bit unsteady, he gets a moment, but hopefully this will be good enough for Q3. All he has to beat is Jackaroo, I think, unless Jackaroo can go quicker as he comes around the final corner. Up to the line he comes. Let's see where he can go. It's going to be a 7th place for Jackaroo. Back on board with the American in his home race. Round the final corner he comes. Steering that Red Bull around. You can see the NFL stadium in the background of my favourite team, Miami Dolphins. Comes to the line, P4. P4. It's good considering the circumstances. Used tyres, and we saw he had that big moment in the tight section. Who else is on a lap? We got the Haas of Fopper. Fopper with a 103.7 in Sector 2. Comes around the final corner. The Ferrari team principal. Where can he go? He will put himself in P9. Knocks Tokai out of the Q3 spot. And I don't believe Divine can do anything about it because I think we just saw that he was 6 tenths slower than his time. Lou plays in the pits, Lion Beast and James in the pits. So yep, it looks like Fopper gets through and Jackaroo gets through, and in the elimination zone we got Tokai, both AlphaTauris, followed by Divine, Lou plays, Lion Beast and James. I saw some movement up there, I'm not sure what moved around, but I think the elimination zone stays the same, and with the fastest lap with the Red Bull driver of Fred. Yeah. So at the end of Q2 we have Fred with a 128 flat. Then you got T Crombie in the Alfa Romeo, 2 and a bit tenths behind. Yeah, commentators KP. M Bosch, exact same. No, not exact same. 0.01 seconds slower than T Crombie, but he is on the mediums. Got Fred Barston on the softs in the Mercedes. Got Mini on the Red Bull, as you can see with that recovery lap. You got Berger in P6, similar to another Alpine we saw yesterday in Q2, the Lion Cookie. Mama in P7, Faded Optic in the Williams P8, Fopper P9, and to round off the Q3, we got Jackaroo in the Alfa Romeo. Outqualified by his teammate by quite a bit, but they're both into Q3, so that's all that matters. You got Tokai, Divine, Lupe, Lion, and James to round it off. What's my time trial around Austria? I haven't done it yet because I don't think I'll be racing, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll let you know later. Bro, cold Lucasids are brilliant. Can't lie. Anyways, so no, I'm just having Lucasade. Have you never had Lucasade? Is that more of an English thing? James, yeah, you did well, mate. To get into Q2 and Aston is good. And you see a bunch of drivers coming out. I think the first one will be Mama Mama. Come on, Burger, mate. What's happening? You've got to be getting out quicker than that. Burger's not quite out, but we also have one of the Red Bulls, I think, Mini. Yeah, we got Mini coming out. So we got Mama, followed by Mini, followed by the Alpine of Burger. That's my guy right there. Actually, what am I having for dinner? No, I'm having a wrap, I think. Nah, I don't even remember the last time I had a burger. I think a couple weeks ago. Sorry. Anyways, Q3, here we go. Um, we got Mini behind the McLaren, all the McLaren then by. This is what I don't like. When I'm behind a slower driver, yeah, I like them to let me pass. Burger's your teammate. Burger's putting in a shift right now. Jamaro, sorry. Well, I can tell if they're slow because I've raced them before. I'm not saying he's a slow driver. Actually, I think the slowest driver in the league is what's his name? Really irrelevant guy. Lion Cookie something. Yeah, you know that guy? It's terrible, very washed. Also, Dave. Dave is not sure who that guy is. He's a fraud. Anyways, Mini is going to be the first driver to set a lap here. Takes the wide line. Yeah, I'll try and invite you one more time. Mate, KP Games. I don't know who KP is, but I heard he's very good. I just sent an invite to two wrong people. Might get grilled for that, but yeah. It was only actually no, it was Dave, so that's fine. Yeah, my bad. Oh, it's not even KP Games anymore. It's KP1144. Anyway, stop distracting me. We got. No, I'm talking to Dave in chat. Anyways, we got Mini on his lap here. He's finished his sector one, and here he comes down on the second straight. Takes it very nicely. Into the slow section we go here. I'm not sure which corners these are, but here we move. Yeah, I count every corner. But anyways, down straight he comes. A 102.5 for a sector 2 time. It's a lot quicker, significantly quicker than the Q2 time. Something Dave said in chat. He said, no, don't worry. I need to commentate. Mini comes up to the line here in his home race. You can see the NFL stadium in the background. He comes up to the line. It's a 127.5. That is a very... I'm not sure how good that lap is, to be honest, actually, but we'll see. Mama, oh, it looks like a good lap then, because he goes 1.3 slower, and he is pretty quick here, as we saw in, I believe, is that Q3 session, that Q1 session. Burger's doing some donuts. We got Faded Optic coming up to the line, and he goes with a 129.0, 1.4. We got Fred passing, 7/10 behind the Red Bull of Mini. Next across the line will be a Haas or Fopper. He goes P5, 2.7 behind, and Burger has invalidated, so we won't see the end of his lap. But Ted coming down the straight, let's see what he can do. Comes into the final braking zone, turns in nicely, very nicely, and he will get a nice exit. Coming flat out to the line, see what he can do. He goes P3, so best of the rest so far. And we have Jackaroo, his teammate, shortly behind him. The next driver to cross the line, crosses the line. Can he go quicker than his teammate? No, he doesn't. And the McLaren sprints to Alfa Romeo. We have Embosch, and Embosch goes P2. 700 slower than Fred. Fred remains in P1. We've got the two Red Bulls in the final corner. Assuming Fred let Mini pass. Mini around the final corner. See where he can put himself. He puts himself in the pits because it's not him setting a lap, it's Fred. And Fred's on his out lap. Sorry, guys. I really messed up. Oh, my bad. Oh, that's it. I'm so nicely as well. Oh, that's my bad, lads. but I think everyone's just on their in-laps now. So we can ride on board with Fred here. The sun really blinding him. It's like Kota round in that final corner. 7 people watching. A lot of people left after a mistake I just made. Clearly not happy about it. Fred sets the fastest first sector. The game tells us at least. Faster than both of his championship rivals, Mini and Enbosch. See what he can do in this second sector. It's a nice hairpin there from him. See how close he can push the limits here. Not too much. Probably just waiting to get that really nice lap in his final run in Q3. Little bit of drifting. Had to get a slight correction there. Comes around and he goes purple in sector 2 apparently. I'm not sure if that's the game bluffing us or if he's actually gone very quickly there. And long straight here. You can really see that Red Bull engine. I've got Mercedes engine, so it sucks. But into the final corner he goes. Nice exit, and should be a good lap as long as that mistake didn't cost him too much. Comes up to the line, and it looks like a very good lap. Goes half a tenth quicker than Mini and clears Enbosch by a tenth. So half a second quicker than his teammate and a tenth quicker than the Ferrari of Enbosch. I can take a rest. You can watch Fred sit in lap if you want. See what's going on. You want to see Fred's in lap, trust me. No, you want to see Fred's in lap. Biggest wise. Oh, here we go. No, I'm just not listening to you, mate. Bug has not set a lap, that is true. Man like Bug is just waiting to get that nice pole lap. Fred, I must say, that was a great in-lap. I'm really dropping viewers here, so I should probably start speaking. Faded optic on his outlap here, trying to get the temperatures into that terrible car. Not his fault though, but yeah. Looks like he's going to be the first driver to set his second lap. Yeah, obviously I never hope that anyone has to drive that car unless they deserve it. You deserved it, Lion. You deserve to drive this terrible car. Sorry. Anyways, up to 8 viewers. Yep, it's a great shift. We were on like 16. I hope for the race start we get a few more. But the race is where my voice really comes through. I don't know why I put so much energy into qualifying a qualifying session. Commentating a qualifying session. I said I hope Lewis ended up in Williams. When did I say that? I feel like you're either waffling or you remember anything. Anyways, faded optic on his lap. Let's see what he can do. In the Williams into Q3. It's a very good performance from him. Can he round it off with a good starting position? Drop down to 6. Clearly people aren't a fan of faded optic. Comes around the long left-hander and onto the straight he goes. See, that's how you should take that corner. You should get all of that exit curb. Balance your car nicely so your wheels aren't touching as well. Opens the DRS very sharply, and we also got the Mercedes of Fred passing, the McLaren of Mama, and both Red Bull, the Ferrari, and now Burger coming out onto his lap. Bug is going for it. Oh, he's feeling up for it. And faded optic is full traction control. Faded optic's full traction control. Yeah, no one else come at me. Go at him. Faded optic, and he bangs the wall. Does he get damage? I'm not sure, but it's a left-hander to finish off the lap, so I'm not sure if it will affect him too much. Or is it just a weight-saving strategy? Cut off a bit of your front wing and you get more pace down the straight line as we saw with Jameer yesterday. Comes around the final corner. Up to the line he goes. Let's see where he can put himself. Opens DRS and he goes P6. So as of now he's P6. Right behind him we have Fred Parsons starting his lap. Hoping that Williams will clear very nicely. Will he? We're not sure. Yes, he does. So Fred Parsons in the Mercedes can start his lap. The conditions are looking a bit better than they were yesterday in D1. So I'm not sure if we can really compare the pole lap times here because the conditions are looking like a lot more sunny than they are yesterday. And it cleared up a bit quicker as well. But anyways, we now have also Fred starting his lap, Mini starting his lap, and Fred about to start his lap. Got the McLaren on his lap, and got Fopper and Jackaroo having a little scrap. So see what happens there. I think they've cleared that up. Yellow's waves in the last corner, just queuing, I assume. Fred Parsons into the slow section. Ooh, the car gets chucked off a little bit there. Could have taken more curb. And he's also full traction control. So anyone who comes at me, go at them. Yeah, I'm calling out all the TC Martians today because I'm the only one who gets called for it. So they should deserve some hate too. Huh? Yeah, you suck, Lion. Anyways. Around the final corner he goes. It's looking like a decent lap for Fred Parsons. Where can he put himself? He puts himself P4, 7/10 behind. So we got Mini here, and Mini is backed off his lap. So it looks like that's the end for Mini. But Fred has not backed off his lap, and he. Yep, actually no, he does back off his lap. So that was weird. Both Red Bull drivers backing off their laps, and we have N Bosch going fastest here. 4/10 clear of both Red Bulls as they both back off their lap in the exact same corner, and it didn't look like there was a mistake. So I'm not sure what happened there. We'll have to find out after. Ted coming through that same corner now. Ted takes it nicely. About to enter the long straight. Let's see what he can do. 2.6 tenths quicker than his previous lap time. We got Jackaroo coming around the final corner, followed by Fopper. Those two were close on that outlap. Comes to the line. Can he improve from P8? He can. He goes P7. Can Fopper improve from P9? Fopper cannot. He stays P9. Burger up to the line though. Burger goes P7. Wow. Ted up to the line now. Ted P4. So Ted again showing his pace. Best of the rest. And Mini didn't feel like it. Nah, fair enough. Will that drop him though? I think that will drop him. Or did he cross the line first? Yeah, he crossed the line first, I think. Yeah. Anyways, just trying to commentate. So N Bosch gets pole in Miami. He gets ahead of both Red Bulls, and the Red Bulls, I'm about to join a party with them, so I'll go through the list first and I'll do that. Got N Bosch in P1, and then you got both Red Bulls, Fred and Mini behind. Then you got Ted, best of the rest. Behind him, you have the McLaren of Mama Mama. Then you got the Mercedes of Fred Parson, who, not the best qualifying session from him. Then you got Berger in P7 in the Alpine. Jackaroo in P8. Faded Optic in the Williams in P9. And to round off Q3, you got Fopper in P10. Alright, Lion, I'll join their party and then I'll invite you to it. Oh no, you're in it, so join their party, yeah? Lion? Yeah, no worries, mate. Just leave. Don't say anything. Boys, what happened? Backed off the laps.
Oh, we fucked up.
Oh, fair. Oh, fair.
Curb, fucking cut my car off. And
By the way, if the commentary gets distractingly loud, just let me know and then I'll go back. Because, yeah.
God damn it. Are we on stream? Are we on stream?
I don't think your voices will be on stream. I think it depends on your settings.
I think mine will as well.
Well, welcome to the stream, boys. I'll check. I'll check if you are.
Uh,
Yeah,
you
Fred,
know
I
the
actually
strategy.
respect you for commentating. Commentary's hard in Q3 when you're trying to find who's on the lap and who's not.
Tired
I
times
don't know if
Fred.
you can hear your name. Hear your voice, sorry. So is it full dry, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, full draw.
Alright, I'll come in lap 5. Alright, cool.
Lower it a bit.
Alright, so we're back in the party with Leo for the first 5 laps. It's... Yep, shush, can commentate. It's lights out, what and what, how? There was no lights, but we're out, and what? Huh? Oh my god, it's come. It's a formation lap. It's formation lap, yeah. Nah, fair. Nah, fair. Uh, oh shit. No, nah, fair enough. Nah. I was just getting a warm up, to the actual commentary. Just a little warm up, boys, don't worry. It's just a warm up. Nothing happened. I was just warming up, lads, it's fine. Nah, boys, we're good. So we'll run through the full grid then because I cannot be bothered to do anything else. So we got N Bosch in P1, Fred in P2, Mini in P3, P4 behind the top 2 teams. It's not a Mercedes. We have the Alfa Romeo of T Crombie, followed by the McLaren Mama, then Fred Parsons, who I imagine will want to clear those 2 very quickly if he can, or will be battling with them throughout the whole race. We got Berger in P7 in the Alpine, and then we got Jackaroo in the other Alfa Romeo, 4 positions behind his teammate in P8, Faded Optic in the Williams in P9, Fopper rounding off the top 10. Then you got the double Alpha Tauri, Luplay, the other Haas, 5 positions behind his teammate, the Aston of James, who got through Q1, and Jamira in the Alpine, a Williams Cord of Summon. And then you got Hugo, who is here but not here. I'm not sure what's going on with him. And you got Alfie and the Aston Martin of GN Hockey 77. So anyways, let's see how these boys can park. I got 0.0 a few days ago. Everyone cares if I got 0.0. You got the Red Bulls backing up. They are trying to get as much temperature into their tires as they can. The Ferrari of N Bosch doesn't mess up. Fred does very nicely. Mini taking his time here. See, Divine and James are disqualified, so they are going to have slow, cold tires. Mini with some nice parking. And anyways, here we go. 2 red lights, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and we don't go away, but yeah, no, don't shush. And away we go. It looks like a, can't tell right now, but into turn 1 we go. We got Mini trying to get ahead. We have a little bit of contact between Fred and N Bosch. Mini sitting behind, looking up to pick up on the scraps. N Bosch crashes out, and I think it's just lost his front wing. And up front we have a Red Bull 1-2. We got the Alpha Tauri at the back, that's DNF. We got T Crombie and the Red Bull scrapping, but it's a safety car on lap 1. And we have N Bosch without a front wing. We have Jamira without a front wing, and we have Divine without a front wing. Tokai DNF and Hugo disqualified. And apart from that, Alfie in P14, man like Cordovest in 13, James picking up 3 places on the start, Lupe in the McLaren. Let me see how many positions everyone's gone up. So yeah, we got Lupe up two positions. P10, 9, and 7 stays the same. Lion Beast going up 7 positions, and then everyone else going up 1 position, with N Bosch going down 17 positions because of the contact with Fred. I don't think Fred has any damage, neither with Mini, so it looks like a Red Bull 1-2 for now. And I think the FIA of Dave's back at it, so I think the FIA of Dave will have to deal with that Red Bull Ferrari incident. I will not get involved. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting start. I'm not sure what happened. I think Fred gave as much space as he could, but that is a tough corner to go side by side, especially when you might have a little bit cold tires and you're carrying 29 laps worth of fuel with you. But yeah, so we'll have a few people pitting at the back here, and they'll need to catch up. We've got Enbosch, who I'm assuming everyone who's going to pit is going to pit for hards. Yeah, into the pit lane he goes. Divine doesn't speed, Enbosch doesn't speed. There's no pressure on the pit lane speed limit. I can't be asked to talk, so I'm gonna let you lot stare at the screen for a bit. You can watch Fred. Yeah. Oh yeah, if someone leaves you can join, so just look out for if anyone leaves. Hugo isn't, so I think you can join, yeah. I think you can join, yeah. Wait, Hugo has left this session, hasn't he? Yeah. I think he has, and I'm assuming Tokai has as well, because I don't think he'd be watching if you DNF'd, so fine, I'll give you an invite. Yeah, sure, fine. 11 people, don't leave just yet. I reckon give it one more lap and we'll be back to racing. 12 people, so don't leave. Drop a sub and a like. Click the notification for, what do YouTubers say? Hit that subscribe button. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes and I'll do a face reveal. Oh yeah. Tokai's left, so yeah, Lion, you can join. Oh, my American impression made 2 people leave. So we got Fred, Minnie and Ted, followed by Mama and Fred Parsons. So the order's looking pretty much the same, just with Enbosch dropping down. He has pitted for the hard, so he's going to need to carve his way through the field. 3 more people leave. Clearly not a fan of the safety car. I don't blame them. Not much is that. Yep. Invite you. Are you stupid, man? I don't care. And Divine pits, and he has to get a new front wing. I'm not sure how. Was there contact under the safety car? Not sure what's happened there. We'll see if there's any contacts. Where is it? Telemetry? Nice. Oh my, let's see it. Position change. Let's see. Any pens? No pens. 6 people now, so not a huge fan of the commentary, but you know what? Some people are good at driving, some people are good at commentating, so you know, onwards and upwards. Yeah, Lion, you suck at both. Should stop drinking that Luke said. But yeah, not much happening. I think it'll be safety car in this lap. We'll wait to see the message from Michael Massey. That is a nice AMG GT Black Series. I prefer the GTS though. It's like you got the AMG GT, then you got the GTR as well. Like, so you got the AMG GT, then you got the GTS. GTS I'm not a fan of, and the GTR and the Black Series. GTR is like a nice little balance between the Black Series and the GTS. It's got that nice carbon fiber low rear wing, just covers the whole thing. Or the SLS Black Series is dangerous. That's beautiful with the little gull wing doors. But anyways, no one cares about gull wing doors right now, as Fred's gonna start the next part of our race. Technically the restart, because barely anything happened last time. He goes away, Mini, not the best start, and Enbosch is left, I think Wi-Fi probably, and not too much is happening right now. No positions changed really on the restart, so it looked like a pretty normal restart. Not too many battles happening. Up front looks like T-Crom is already dropping from the Red Bulls. Shows the clear pace advantage between the Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull. Fred Parsons still looking to pass the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo. Berger up into P6. Berger with the overtake. And there is a crash involving Fopper and James. Oh no, it's just a battle. So it looks like a good battle here. On to the second straight. There's been a big drop between Faded and Lupe. I'm not sure what happened there. That's probably my bad for not commentating well. But Fopper's still holding that P10 position. Into the hairpin we go. Looks like Fopper's going around the outside. The Williams on the softs, trying to go maybe around the outside of Fopper. Let's see what he can do. He goes for it, and can he stick it? Fopper gets forced off wide. The Mercedes now looking to get involved, and I think Fopper might have wing damage as they make contact. And the Williams makes the move done, but Fopper might not be too happy about being forced off of the track, but we'll see what happens. Jackaroo and Faded Optic have a battle. I think Faded Optic gets past Jackaroo. Williams on an Alfa Romeo is interesting, but he does have the tyre advantage. The two Red Bulls up front now just looking to increase their lead as much as possible. Is there team orders? I'm not sure. I just hope they don't crash. And there is a crash at the back. Jamiro spins. Does he have wing damage? Yes, he does. That front left end plate is gone. So that is unfortunate for him. But the game's the game. And someone has crashed. Jackaroo spins, and he's just waiting to safely rejoin, even though he is ghosted. Looks like the Mercedes of Alfie Rodenite goes for it on Fopper. Was there contact there? Fopper sliding around there. You can see his car sliding around, and Alfie passes him. Not sure if there was contact though. That might need to be looked at after the race. And now, will the Aston have a good run on the Haas? Yes, he will. Will he go for a move into the corner? That's the question. He's on the mediums, Fopper's on the hards. He will have a tyre advantage. He's using ERS. He's looking from around the outside. Behind him, not too much is happening. Around the outside he goes. Can he stick it? Fopper's not going to let him easy, and it's good defense from Fopper, but back down the inside he goes. It's contact. And again, it's quite a bit of context in the same sentence. And around the final, around the penultimate corner we go. He stays behind Fopper. And up front again, I don't think too much happened there. T Crombie still in P3, Mama in P4, and once there is the DRS, I can imagine there will be a good battle here between the two of them. Fred Parsons in a Mercedes dropping it from McLaren. I'm sorry mate, but what's going on there? It's alright, long race ahead. Still 23 laps if my math's correct. Berger looking for the move on Mercedes. Line shush. Faded Optic looks like he's in no man's land for now. And Williams on quarter pace. Can he look for the move on McLaren? See what happens. And Fred with the fastest sector one, showing that he still has a lot of pace to give as he drops Mini out of DRS. And behind him, Mama does have DRS, but hasn't quite managed to get a move done on him. And Bosch is back in, and he goes for a move on an AI, which he will get done. And yeah, not too much point watching that. Any battles up front as we come onto the straight? I can imagine Mama might be want to make a move on Ted. Got a nice little DRS train here involving Ted, Mama, Fred, and Berger. Oh, it's Berger out of DRS, not fair. Maybe looking to set up a move on Ted. Ted positioning his car well there. It looks like he's going to get a good exit. Fred with the fastest lap, showing he still has a lot of pace to use. Mini trying to stick in that DRS is really touch and go of whether he's in it or not. You reckon? I hope so. I hope they do just disappear into that Miami sunset. And Fred Parsons and Mama crashes. So Mama just spun, my bad, there was no crash, but he managed to keep his front wing on, and that is a free position for Fred Parson, and a big relief for Ted, as he will no longer have any pressure on him unless the Mercedes has DRS here. Then he might be able to stay in that DRS range. And Berger now out of the DRS of the Mercedes ahead of him. Mama, there is a little bit of a moment with someone here. I think it was Alfie, maybe had a moment, and he will have the Williams on him on the softs, looking to get moved. He's already flashing. That is crazy. Looks like it's going to be a good scrap here into the next few corners. Late on the brakes, the Williams goes. So is the Merc. They go deep. Can the Williams stick it? He's really going for it here. There's a bit of contact. The wheels touch. Switchback maybe. No, he doesn't go for it. Smart. It's a good move from him. Smart from him. Divine retires from the session. Not sure where the hell Divine is, but he retired in... We can't go on board with him. But the Red Bull's still going off into the distance. Mini still touch and go on that DRS within 1 second and 10. And Fopper goes down a position as Embosch gets past him down the penultimate straight. So Embosch will really be looking to carve through the field here and try and get to his 2 championship rivals who are currently driving away with it. James with the 5-second penalty, not too sure what for. Speeding the pit lane, not sure why he's pitting either, but it's too crazy. Alfie flashing, and in front of him Lupe flashing as well. The ERS management is not too good in D2, but he goes for the move down the inside. And I think this is tactical from Lupe to get DRS. Who's going to get DRS? I think the McLaren just about managed to get DRS. Both Mercedes-powered engines, so we'll see how this goes. Down the second straight they go. Divine left the session. Neither has DRS, apparently, so it looks like it's going to be a fair fight into the corner. Mercedes late on the brakes, so is the McLaren. Again, they go deep. On board with McLaren here, goes down the inside. Will Alfie be able to fight back as he has the inside line? No, and it's a great move from Lupe. Up into P7 he goes, and will he be defending more, or... Oh, was he defending? Oh, my bad. So it's good defense from Lupe. And will he be looking to catch faded optic up ahead? Fopper loses his front wing, and is it a virtual or a full safety car? I'm not too sure. Full safety car deployed, and that helps Enbosch a lot as he can gain his ERS back, and he can get back closer up to his championship rivals as possible. As we see the 2 Red Bulls up ahead, and I will join the party again. So, Lion, let's go back.
I do the same.
Yeah. Good start, boss. Unlucky on the safety car, though.
We have to box. We're gonna.
Will the hards be able to get to the end?
32.
I don't know if the hards will go to the end.
Honestly, just box. Ted's already compromised. He's gonna be in the lead, no matter what. If I pit right now, I'm going down to 10th, probably. Lower, even. But we'll be on the same strap.
Enbosch is, I don't think it was even a DNF. Fopper just lost his front wing in the slow section.
It wasn't Devine.
I think
Devine
he
retired
might...
on... He had a mechanical.
Did he retire in the pits, though, and then his AI carried him?
No, he retired on track.
Oh, okay.
Retired on track. On the back, on the front straight, yeah. Yeah, we have to. We have to box. Alright. Just go for it.
On new hards as well.
No. You have to stay kind of behind it. Don't overtake it for too long. You're joking.
If there's a late safety car, though, you'll be good. Because you can get it back then. I think Mini's going to get jumped by Fred Parson in the pits. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Embosch is going to jump it.
Embosch looking to get ahead of Fred and Mini. He doesn't get ahead of Fred, but he does get ahead of Mini. And you got damage, Mini?
No, I don't think I did.
I can't see any damage.
I hit the pit wall. fucking 13th, man.
We also got
All right.
Jamiro and the Aston of James in the pits.
Let's put the work in, Fred.
Yeah, you can box for mediums or softs if it's in like 10 laps.
Yeah.
It was the same with me and Jameer yesterday. We were chilling.
At least you're ahead of
safety.
Bosch. I need to like not lose my wing with these guys.
Yeah, Fred's also got that 5 seconds as well.
Yeah. Brad, if you're gonna box for soft or mediums, do it a lap later before me. Yeah. Bosch
so both
doesn't.
Red Bulls have fresh set of hard and mediums. I don't think N Bosch does because he started on the mediums and was what tire did he go on after the mediums? Oh no, he didn't go. He didn't crash. He just disconnected.
It was. So yeah, I don't.
Will he try and report you for that?
Mediums.
Will he try and report you for your crash?
Be a stretch.
Oh, okay.
What's it called? Red, yeah, because you have that 5 seconds you're gonna have to serve if you box again. And, oh shit, dude, I almost took out football. Oh,
so
burglar
spun. There's been movement at the front. I think, is that overtaken or someone spin?
Burglar spun.
So Burger with the spin.
Burger.
Ted's still P1. So you got Ted, then you got Faded, then Lion Beast.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, right now the only person you need to worry about is obviously N Bosch. He's on equal tires to you lot and MP8.
Equal tires? You're taking this.
Well, 1 lap extra. 1 lap extra.
I want to hold up. I'm 3, dude.
Yeah, since Singapore, I haven't touched the fuel because I'm still scared to. I got so scared on that last lap.
Get the tires up. Safety car in this lap.
Is it allowed for me to let you know when Ted goes, or what's that? Well, I need to commentate it anyway, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so safety car in this lap, and we got Ted leading us off. I'll leave the party for the restart, and then I'll join back. Lion, you can just stay in the party.
Okay. Don't get brake checked.
So leaving the party for a lap so that when I scream, it doesn't put off Fred and Minnie. Safety car goes ahead. Ted slowed down quite a bit. A few guys at the back dropping off, maybe trying to get that good exit. Round the final corner Ted goes. We'll see when he goes off. And looks like he goes now. And Alfie retires from the session. I'm not sure how that's happened. I think he's crashed out of the final corner. Not sure how that's happened, but it's from damage. Ted has a good start. Fred also has a good start. He's got an AI, so he's technically currently in P4. Mini in P11. Has he picked up damage? No, he hasn't. And you got Fopper in P12 and Jamiro. So up front, we still have Ted, still have Faded, both on 3-lap-old hards. And there's a big spin. N Bosch has lost his front wing. The Red Bull of Fred is involved. Fred has also lost his front wing, and Mini was not involved in that, so he's okay. But Fred, N Bosch, Luplay, who has no damage, and Burger, I think it was just N Bosch and Fred that got affected by that. Oh no, they're gonna race with no front wing. This is really stupid from them. This is very stupid from them. I'm not sure why they do this. I'm not sure why they're racing with no front wing, but this is not going to end well. Fred tries to give as much space as possible. You can tell that it's really hard to turn their cars here. And Yep. And is that DNF from Ambush? No, it's not. But he does hit the wall fairly firmly. No front wing to lose. So there's no damage there. Not too sure what they expected there. If he's trying to take Fred with a red rear wing. And Mini goes... lags. Okay. I'm cool with that, as long as he didn't crash. So there was movement there between the McLaren and the Aston, I believe. And Ted is shaping out very good for him. He just has a Williams behind him, which in quali showed he has the pace advantage over as he clears him from DRS. Maybe seeing Ted's first win in Dlrl, and we see Fred and Embosch come into the pits. Who will come out ahead though is the question. Will Fred's time penalty end first? Yes, it will. So I think Fred will be out, and this will be a very interesting battle. Will they work together to try and catch the field, because there's a lot of catching to do for Fred and Embosch, or as Embosch comes out right behind them, will they battle? After seeing them battle with red rear wings, I can imagine they will. We'll come back to that, I'll keep an eye on it. See the top two, Ted and Faded, just clear off. Fred Parson in the Mercedes really needs to take advantage of this. He only has two Williams and an Alfa Romeo to clear, as he clears the Alfa Romeo into the hairpin. It's a nice move, and now he has to focus ahead onto catching the Williams and the Alfa Romeo up ahead. Mini in P6, maybe looking to get a move on the McLaren. I don't think so. Not the best exit from him, but a good exit from the McLaren. Maybe looking for a move on the Williams. Again, no, I think we're going to have to wait for the DRS to be enabled. But the Williams gets through Fred Parson. Can he go around the outside? The little love tap as their wheels tap. And now the McLaren of Mama Mama goes for the move. Can Mini pick up on the scraps here? I don't think he can, but will he go for a move on the Williams? He might. And it's an early break for him. Smart to try and avoid the collision. So we got Fred on mediums and Embosch on old hards. So I think Embosch, unless there's a safety car, will be ruined his race. And Fred maybe still in it, as he is on the new mediums now. We'll join that party again, see how that's going. That was very peak.
Come on! No, I'm P5.
What happened?
Oh, mate, you know how bad I want to send it right now?
I was hoping you didn't send it on that Williams in turn 1. And there's yellow flags as Jamaro gets past the Aston.
It's...
Lupe spun again. He's still got his front wing, but yeah, he's decent. Two drivers up ahead still drifting away, and that Mercedes really needs to take advantage. He's got a Williams and an Alfa ahead of him. Lou plays the spun again. I'm not sure how, but yeah, not too sure what he's trying to do here, if that was on purpose or not. But anyways, up ahead, Embosch just about holding on to that DRS of Fred, and Mini now in P4 ahead of Mama Mama, looking to make a move on Fred Parson and then catch that Williams up ahead.
P2, bro.
Yeah, that Faded guy seems really good though, because yeah, he's in a Williams as well. Yeah.
I'm tired of it, shitballs.
He'll be good in the Ferrari though, because he's Fopper's reserve. And Fred sets the fast lap, and there is a crash with a Ferrari of Embosch, and he loses his front wing completely, and he rage quits. So Embosch will not be getting any points unless he joins back. I'm not sure why he's left, because there is a safety car, and
he's tired. Box, yeah, box. Are you serious?
Well, I mean, you would have been last anyway, so it's calm.
Didn't me.
So there's a safety car for what I believe was Embosch, but Embosch didn't even DNF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, whose fault was that? So Ted doesn't pit, Fader doesn't pit, Fred Parsons doesn't pit, Mama doesn't pit, but Mini does pit. He comes into the box. I'm not sure what for, probably mediums, right? Yeah, so fresh set of
Yeah.
mediums for the Red Bull.
Mediums. I only got jumped by a couple drivers.
Fred, you sure I reckon you can go. Do you reckon you can go to the end or no?
Go box for softs and then come back in. Oh, well, never mind.
Is there any point of pitting, Fred? Yeah, you can do that, obviously.
No, you have to serve the driver through the green flag conditions.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then do one lap on the green flags and box for the
Oh, that's
drive-through.
so peak. Which will
Yep.
probably happen. And Nbosch's AI boxes for the mediums. I'm not sure why Nbosch rage quit because it's a safety car, but it's not the most tactical thing from him. You see Mini come out
Oh
and
shit.
the AI giving him problems. He'll want to clear that AI as quick as he can and overtake both of those Aston Martins in currently P5 and P6. And this is one of the weirdest orders we've had in Dryland Racing League, I reckon.
Yeah.
You got an Alfa Romeo, a Williams, a Mercedes, and a McLaren.
Did you use them? Which one was it? The Q3 one?
Yeah,
Q3
because
set?
I think you can't. You have to use those Q3 ones.
I also did that. I have a first set. Alright, this is
Or
one
Fred,
of these
if
races.
you need to do a drive-through anyways, there's no point in you pitting for mediums, is there? Or
Yeah, no.
alright. Hope for a safety car and you'll go soft.
No, I did that. Remember, I tried to serve my drive-through in Japan with the safety car restart. It didn't count, and it bugged it. Yeah, you gotta do one lap until it says serve this. Yeah, I've done it. I actually did it like last week around Bahrain, and I still won that race somehow.
Jeddah, I lost like a second of delta in a corner. That really
Yeah, I'm
annoyed me.
P8 with fresh mediums. I don't know how old these guys are. Wish I
Ahead
could
of
know.
you. So this is not for me, just commentating in general. T Crombie's on 8-lap old hards, along with faded optic with 8-lap hards. The Mercedes of Fred Parsons with 7-lap hards. Mama in P4 with 8 laps hards. The first Aston is on 8-lap hards. The second Aston is on 7-lap mediums. Then you got Lion Beast on 15-lap hards. Mini on fresh softs. Cordvist on fresh softs. Jamiro on fresh softs.
Softs?
Fopper on fresh softs. Fresh mediums, sorry, mediums. It's been a rough one. How?
Just try your best. Yeah, he's back. He said, "Oh wait, I'm still in it." Are you sure you want
Yeah,
no
cheers,
back?
sorry, my
Alright,
bad.
this should be interesting. So everybody ahead of me has what? Third,
3, I think.
3. One at the start, one in the middle that screwed us, and now this one.
So everyone behind Mini on fresh mediums, except from Berger on 6-lap mediums now, and Fred on the 3-lap mediums.
God, 11 laps to go. Are you serious? No, 12 laps to go. Sorry. I need to somehow claw back.
So
Alright.
yeah, you need to work your way through the field.
It was. We
Looking
were
very good
literally
for the
cruising.
Red Bull boys. They were driving off into the Miami sunset, and then the safety car had other plans.
Dude, we were gonna plan to battle, and then obviously, like, what? Safety car.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. Heads down, let's go.
So if there is a safety car, and let's say Fred, you're P15, maybe staying out on mediums is a good option. 'Cause that's what I did yesterday, and it helped.
Drive off the truck.
Ooh. A little bit of contact between Ambush and Fred. Yeah, Fred, just let him have it on the restart because you're gonna have to do your drive-through anyways.
He has to stay out one more lap.
I wasn't even gonna battle Mike on the restart yesterday, and then he spun on that last corner. Anyway,
Can I
safety car
overtake
in this
line,
lap. Oh,
please,
I need
please?
to leave the pie again. Alright, be back in a bit, boys. Nah, because I'll stay out. Let's go, I don't want to distract you. I'll be back in like a lap. So we got Ted in P1, maybe looking at his first Dlrl win. This would be very good. Dominant display, not really dominant to be honest, but it would be a good win. Comes around the final corner and he goes very quickly. Faded optic, kind of got jumped there, and behind him he has pressure from the Mercedes of Fred Parson. Probably looking down the inside, and Fred Parson will be looking to get past him into turn 1. Gets it done, shoves him off. So my dinner's ready, but you know, onwards and upwards. So nothing else happened too crazy. Mini gets past one of the Astons in sector 1, and Burger spins, no damage. Don't think there was contact, so there'll be no safety car. And Mini maybe looking to get past the second Aston Martin. No, he's too far behind, so I have to drop that gap. And Cordovest takes 9 beasts who is on AI. Mama though on faded optic. Little battle going on here. Looks like he's gonna have to wait maybe a few more laps, or maybe just on this straight ahead. Let's see what he can do as he gets the better exit, maybe. In that McLaren, I can imagine he'll be quicker than that Williams on the straight, but I imagine they're both burning. McLaren isn't actually burning, so he's not looking for the move here, but Mini gets the move done early on in the straight, up into P5. Game on for the Red Bull. The other Red Bull of Fred making a move on Jackaroo, and Embosch also clearing a few of the cars. Now clears the AI of the Haas. Fred gonna have to serve his drive-through this time, I believe. Mini with the fastest lap on those mediums, and I believe everything will calm down a bit now, as Embosch now makes it up into the points after overtaking Flopper, who I believe probably let him past. Mini now, his next victim on the list is Mama, so he'll be the next target to cross off. We'll join the Red Bull party again. Alright. I mean, seeing the likelihood, there'll probably be a safety car, as Mini gets the move done on the McLaren of Mama at the end of the straight comfortably. Next on the list is Faded Optic in the Williams.
Copy.
Mini with a good exit. Can he maybe get ahead of the Williams? Going into the last corner, he goes for it. And Mini does get the move done as long as there's no switchback from the Williams. And he seems safe. So the next on the list is Fred Parsons on those 10-lap-old hards, and Mini is just outside of DRS as DRS is enabled. Someone said we should try equal performance. No, we shouldn't. The whole point of this league is that it works so well with realistic. That's why people join it. And a bit of movement as things just lying as AI as James in the Aston Martin pits for softs, or like faster guys going slower cars than no. See, I don't get the point of that either, of putting fast people in slow cars and slow people in fast cars. There's no point of like fixing the grid.
If you're shit, you're shit. It's no point.
Yeah, because what did he say? I think he said, let me read this comment, hold on. I don't even know how to do this on PS5, where is it? Oh, I can't be asked. Anyways, we got Mini closing in on Fred Parsons, and the other Fred closing in on Lion Beast as he's now up into P14. I think
The points preferably.
Yeah, I think points is possible. So it'll be Jackaroo in the Alpine, in the Alfa Romeo. Alright, Lion, you help out Engineer Fred, I'll focus on the commentator. Mini looking to set up a move on the Mercedes, not on this straight. Faded Optic and Ma back at it again. Both on low ERS, equal tyres though, so this should be a good fight as the race progresses. The Ferrari of Bosch as well, looking for a move on Jamiro in the Alpine, which will put him up to P7. Both again on equal tyres, but we know how good that Ferrari is, and against the Alpine I can't imagine there'll be much of a fight, because the straight line speed in that Ferrari is underrated compared to the midfield, obviously. As there's more movement between Mama and Faded Optic, they go deep into the corner and they switch positions again. Mini passed the Mercedes of Fred Parsons, and Fred...
Oh, damn.
No, he didn't crash.
That desync.
Yeah. I just saw him slam the wall. And Mini now looking for a move on Ted for the lead. And I believe he does get it done into the final corner. Not too much Ted can do about that. I can imagine he's very annoyed about that Red Bull. But Mini says goodbye and takes the lead in his home race.
Come on! I've led this fucking race.
And now Fred going for the move on Lupe into the final corner. Gets it done. Mama and Faded still swapping positions into turn 1. They go right on board with the Williams for this battle. Good defense from Mama to keep him at bay. The Williams flashing, but Mama not. Yellow flags with Bosch spinning, and no front wing and no front right end plate for maybe no safety car, but you will be ahead of Bosch has no front right end plate, and we'll see a battle between Fred and Bosch. It will be interesting because the Ferrari. Oh, never mind. It won't be interesting. Fred swoops past him. And up into P11 he goes. Fopper next on the list for Fred to get up into the points. And Ted drops another position to the Mercedes, who has the superior pace with his car. And there's more crashes or battles. There is a big battle here with Cordvest and Jackaroo. And Cordvest drops and Jackaroo moves up a position, I believe. Or it's just good defending. And there is contact, but no DNF. Just a spin for the Alfa Romeo. Unless maybe there can be a clutch safety car, because he is just staying on the spot and he reverses the hell into that wall and he's lost his front left end plate, and Jackaroo DNFs. Will there be a safety car? Will there be a safety car? As that's a pretty dangerous place to park if you ask me personally, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a safety car. However, that moves a lot of people up into the points. So when people retire, there's no safety car, but when people spin, there are safety cars. Welcome to F1 22, and Mini now just extending that lead with his nice fluorescent pink helmet in his home race.
That's pretty fucking ugly, I can't lie.
Nah, it goes with the Miami vibe. Now we'll see a battle with Fred and T. Crombie. on the straight. Fred Parson will have the DRS.
Go on, Ted. Yes, Ted.
Ted with a lot of experience in this league, and he knows how to defend the P2 as we saw in Japan, and he defends nicely late on the brakes, keeps the Mercedes at bay. Again, equal ties. I think Ted one lap older, so that will be an interesting battle in the final few laps. And we see Fred closing in on Fopper. Could look at a P10, maybe a P9, depends on the luck he gets. And again, we see Mini driving off with the World Championship lead in his hands. And Fred down the inside of T. Crombie into the last corner. Ted with the switchback, and it's a very nice switchback. Like we said, he has a lot of experience, and he has a DRS, so it looks like he'll be safe. Fred definitely does not have the ERS advantage over Ted, so we can see who has been managing it well and who has not as they go into the last few laps. There's a little moment from Ted, but I can't imagine the Mercedes will go for a move in sector 1 because he'll be right on his gearbox.
30. Point 8.
Not too much movement between Umama and Faded now, but he still is in DRS.
1, 2.
And we could see the Mercedes go for another move here, but it looks like Ted is managing his ERS well. And no move for the Mercedes there, but there is yellows waved as Lou plays.
You better not, dude.
Spins again. No DNF, but he spins again.
Mate, you're gonna drop behind the Haas or whatever. Fuck, dude, come on, just bring the 1 point home. You bastard! Boxer, that's fastest lap. Boxer, that's. Oh my god, I almost missed my breaking
Crombie
point.
looks like he is managing his ERS very well against this Mercedes, and it doesn't look like the Mercedes can get past.
129.8.
And there is movement with the Williams and the Aston. Never did I think a Williams and Aston would be competing for 7 and 8, and a Williams and P5, so it's a very good performance for Williams in P5 and 7 right now. Bosch with another 3-second penalty, and he spins, and he leaves the session.
Leaves for good.
So that's the second rage quit for Bosch this race. Lou has a battle with the Aston Martin, but falls out to him, and the Aston goes wide and hits the barrier, but no DNF, and he resets the track. Yep. That'll be his. If he gets points, we'll just disqualify him. And up front again, we'll see the Mercedes go for the move again, but T. Crombie, aka Ted, is managing it well. Down the inside the Mercedes goes. He goes very deep. Ted will try the switchback. No contact as of so far. Will ride on board with, not Mini, with Ted. And the Mercedes does get past Ted, but Ted will have the DRS going down that final straight. So here we go, and down the final straight, out of the penultimate corner they go. Ted will use. Ted is not using. Ted is not using. So I think he's setting up a move for maybe lap 27 or lap 28. Looking to get that late move. Fred now into the DRS of Fopper, and if he can clear Fopper now, maybe, a bit ambitious maybe, but get past the Aston and cord vest that Williams in P7 does have a time penalty, so maybe Fred could pick up the scraps there and bring home a P7. Mini said all, so what happened there? No spin from Mini, all good. And Fred is going to go for the move. No, he doesn't, but he will get a chance on the next straight. Fred Parson and T. Crombie still battling it out. T. Crombie with that ERS advantage still. I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but he's dropped out of that. He's dropped out of that half-second range he had as Lou goes down a position and he's battling AI now. We'll go on board with Fred here as he darts to the left, and he is flashing, and will he get the move done? And he does get the move done on Fopper, I believe. Into the braking zone they go. It's a great move from Fred. Up into P9 he goes, and now looking to hunt the Aston ahead, who's on 18 lap hards.
What the fuck? You're getting on game.
And now we can see Ted and the Mercedes battling, and it looks like it's going to be a good battle here. Into the final corner they go, and there is enough space left by Ted. Very experienced driver. So my dinner's ready. So it looks like T. Crombie has timed this overtake very well, but his ERS has dropped. So now the ERS battle's looking a bit more even. As we see Fred, does he make the DRS? I believe he will, going into the next DRS zone, as Mama gets a 3 seconds, which will drop him into P6, I believe, if Jamaro
I
can
was
gain.
6.
And the Mercedes is going to go for it here. He's really going for it against Ted. Into the hairpin will go. They'll be battling it out. Ted goes for the switchback. Doesn't quite pay off. We'll go for it again, and he will wait another straight to get the move done on the Mercedes. Fred gets the move done on the Aston, and ahead of him there is a time penalty. I'm not sure of how much. It is a 3-second time penalty for the driver ahead of the owner. And we'll see how that goes. I think this could be a very good recovery from the Red Bull driver. And T. Crombie goes down the inside yet again. Runs a little bit deep. I think I heard a tap there. Not too sure. I think there was a small tap there. And looks like they are both drowned in... They're both drained their ERS. Late on the brakes, Fred, but can't get the move done. And as we see, the other Fred now hunting down that Williams ahead of him. And he will probably get the move done and hopefully secure a P7. Onto the final lap we go though, and we see the American Merchant flying off almost 10 seconds ahead of the car in P2, who he only overtook a few laps ago. It's been a very good display from the Red Bull driver. We'll see Fred try the switchback here, and there's a bit of a snap for the Williams on the exit. Fred though goes for the move on T. Crombie. Minnie, I don't know if I'll be able to catch your win here, because there's a great battle going on behind you. Actually, I'll catch it, don't worry. T. Crombie will look for the move as Fred and the Williams are battling. And there's yellow flags, but we don't care because it looks like T. Crombie's going to look for this move here. And he's going to be forced down the inside, and that is a big mistake from the Mercedes. He should not have let him down the inside. And as we come to the line, we see Mini in his home race take the win by over 10 seconds. DNF, so it won't count. Carbon fiber is flying in the air. Mini's disqualified, so it's a great display from him. And coming home in P2, T. Crombie taking the position on the final straight. Fred Parsons in P3. The McLaren into P4, but drops to P5. Fred screams, and it's a great recovery from him. P15 into P7 in only a matter of a few laps. And we have the Aston in P8, a Fopper in P9, and another Williams in the points. So, double points for Williams, a win for a Red Bull up front, and T. Crombie with his second P2 in his dryline racing career. And that was a very eventful race, and if N. Bosch didn't rage quit, he could have maybe got points, but who knows. So a very good race all round, very chaotic. Some people got robbed, some people got lucky. The safety cars definitely had a big role to play here. An example of that, the Red Bulls definitely getting ruined by that safety car. Mini celebrating in front of his home fans. You can see that American flag waving driver of the day, Lion Beast's AI. I'm not sure how that's happened, but you know, onwards and upwards. And as F1 loads, we should see the podium soon. There he is, Mr. America, walking onto his podium.
Yeah, I do.
Giving a bow to the home crowd
Come on.
as he brings home P1, and Red Bull with another constructors win lifts that trophy nice and high in front of his fans. And
Let's
P2
go.
for Ted and P3 for the Mercedes of Fred
Fuck
Parson.
you. I have like one at least. I don't know. My mom, my family, my cat.
So a very interesting race there. Minnie's character with the most sus pose with two hands. So we got Minnie in P1 and Ted in P2. Fred Parsons in P3 in the Mercedes. A Williams in P4. I'm not sure how that's happened, but Mama in P5 in the McLaren. Jamiro in P6, starting from P16 on the grid. Fred with a great recovery back up to P7, bringing home decent points, and Red Bull bringing home the constructors. Aston in the points in P8, Fopper in P9 bringing home points, and rounding off the points we have the Williams of Cordvest ensuring the double point scoring for Williams. Then we have Lion Beast, James, Berger, Bosch, and Lupe, and the rest DNF'd. A very eventful race in Miami. Thank you for watching. What's the next race? Austria. Oh, I hate that track.
So Austria.
Cheers, boys. See you in a bit.